Hello everyone, welcome to Rain World Speedrunning, and today will be our fourth of our four first stage speedruns between the red and the white team, with Rec and White Paws being on the red team, and Finadine and Elred on the white team. Yes, we totally meant the red and white names to be on the opposite colors, but that's just how it goes. I'm Ice37. I'm one of the people that have been organizing this event, and I'll be co-commentating with A and B here.
Hello.
All right, so for people who don't know how this event works, essentially what's going to be happening is we have all these squares here in the middle of the screen. When a team finishes a square, that square will become the color of their team, at which point the other team can no longer get that square. And so the idea is for your team to fill in a row, diagonal, or column, at which point your team will win, but the other team can get a square to block you. And so if neither team can get a row, column, or diagonal by a bunch of blocks both ways, then it's the team with the most squares at the end, given there's 25 squares, there will be a winner. And so, yeah, that's how that'll go. There's been a lot of strategy in the past three games that we've seen. We've seen some really fast knockouts. We've seen some really crazy blocks and then long game plays where neither team really had a plan anymore. Blocked from both teams, going both.
Yeah, it's gonna
And
be interesting
so
to see how
hopefully
the
we see how
meta
this goes.
evolved.
Yes.
Learning from every single past experience, the last one in this round.
Additionally, we're going to be playing as Monk in this stage. There are 16 contestants, and this being 8 teams. And after this first stage, there'll be 4 teams. And then it'll be played as Survivor, and those 2 races will be next weekend.
Yep.
All
We'll be
right.
getting a new board. It will not be the same board.
All right. I've been told that we are about to start here.
Mm-hmm. We should be seeing the cycles completing. Does each team
And
get a lizard? Yes. But that
yes.
has nothing to do with any advantage or disadvantage they get in game. Just a flare.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
runners are starting.
Now, to talk about our runners a little bit, we've got Rec, who's done a lot of Hunter speedruns, and White Paws, who's also done a lot of runs, also done a lot of speedruns outside of Rain World, that be specifically Ori and the Blind Forest, Spyro, VVVVV. If I said that even correctly, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's the name. Yeah. Finadai is also mostly a speedrunner, I'm pretty sure. They've been running the new categories that people are coming up with right now, and also, I assume, any percent.
So I'm forgetting exactly, but Finadai has been doing a lot of different runs recently. Although a lot of different runners haven't been able to do as much as they would like because of the holidays, etc. Elred here hasn't been around nearly as long as a lot of the other runners here.
I think our red plays Hunter, right?
Yep, Elred does a lot of Hunter plays and knows a lot about the game otherwise. So love to see what they can finish up.
Yeah. Oh,
We have our
already
first
got a
death
death.
from Rec now, and then Finadai rested.
That pink is not there most of the time, so...
Very unfortunate on that part. Early death here has mattered for one of the previous runs of them being unable to get all of the regions before the other team. So hopefully that doesn't become an issue. White Paws just ate their first Karma Flower, which is one of the squares that eat 3 Karma Flowers in a cycle. So now knowing what each of the runners are good at, or what do you think each team is probably going to go for, A and B? Or what would you go for?
I, learning from the past, I would go eat a sentient industrial, and in industrial you can also get a lot of pearls, so we're probably fine to get the star tree pearls in the same shelter. Start both locking out that row and locking out, but getting two easy squares on that. But yeah, I'm saying Elrad is going to industrial right now, might be doing something around those parts. And Finadai is probably heading towards either getting a squid kata or just crossing towards farms, eating the flowers maybe.
Seen some of the teams go for the squid kata, at least on the last run, to see how far they could get it. Put the two regions away.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
White Paws is also going to industrial, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, also in industrial. Got a stick over there to skip that part. Pretty nice. Rack is finally back at the shelter location, which they died last time. I don't think they're taking the shelter, though. They might be speeding up things.
And one of the reasons why we talked about the store 3 pearls in the same shelter a little bit here is because in the 3 races before us, 2 of those races were actually won by the 4th column getting filled in.
Yes.
And so that's been the one to look out for recently.
Wreck getting their safety rest over there. Not supposed to be a safety rest, maybe, but definitely one right now after that unfortunate death at the beginning. And White Paws went to the top of the tower. I didn't get to see what they got or did over there.
One thing I'd be interested to see is technically there's a point where teams can't do specific squares. As for ones that are like enter chimney from Sky Islands, it has to be the first time they enter chimney.
Yes.
And then for double spawning regions, it has to also be the first time you enter a region.
Finadai's got a squid over there, so let's see where he takes it.
We're going good so far. They got the dark squid though, so it's not gonna have as much stamina.
Definitely a riskier but faster strat. White Paws seems to be collecting pearls.
Seems like White Paws was going for karma flowers and then pearls here.
Yeah. Did they get to eat the karma flowers? I think I missed if they did.
I saw one. I didn't see the other ones, but they have definitely been in the area to get enough.
2 blues over there trying to block Finadai's passage, so let's see how that turns out. Oh, they're going up. Interesting. Probably to distract the blues. Nice. White Paws just ate another karma flower. If that's enough to get the 3 of them. And they got the 3 pearls. So that's already 2 squares for Team Red. Interesting start. Gonna die waiting on some pink lizards over there. And now going up the white lizard pipe. That a lot of the Pebbles runners are probably very familiar with. Gonna save with that squid kata.
So one thing I saw with the chat, they were asking about if the board will change between races. So this is the first stage of races that'll be as monk, and then after this there'll be 2 more races as survivor, and that'll be a different board. And then there'll be 1 more race as hunter, and that'll also be a different board.
It's interesting to see how the different slug cats will change things. We don't notice that it's monk right now because of the colors, but you can take our word for it. Finadai saved with their squid, and Elrad got the 3 pearls too, but right after White Paws did it, so I assume they have to block out that line now somehow. They're taking the hazer to, I assume logically, put it in the monk shelter. I'm not sure I saw anyone else take the hazer, and Finadai is already on chimney.
Find it interesting that, well, although Finidai's going to Chimney right now, all of the runners are in Industrial. None of them split off into Drainage or Farm Arrays.
Yeah, that's interesting. That happened in all the other runs, I think. Oh, scan.
I think this also gets, when Finidai rests here, they get to take a squid away 2 regions.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we have Elred going for the big Senti here as well.
Yep.
Which one of them can spawn down here.
Also, Rack is going towards Shaded, which is interesting, while White Paws is going towards Garbage. I wonder which... I mean, going to Shaded probably means the Visit Memory Crypts, but we're not getting an Enter Garbage from Drainage from White Paws. So let's see how that turns out. Finadai just got the Squid, so starting at that last column. And Elrad will probably fight a Centipede around here sometime.
Centipede could have moved anywhere.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't think I've seen it at all. I don't know if really any lizards are going to come down here to make it annoying. It's a little unfortunate they didn't run into it. I'm forgetting where else they can run into one. They can be in Subterranean. That's usually the better spot because there'll be a lot of them. But for Monk, not as many of the larger centipedes show up.
Let's see. White Paws already crossing into Garbage Wastes. Do they have the Hazer or anything, I wonder? I didn't see. While Rack is into Shaded right now.
Finadai in the top right is getting chased by a bunch of lizards with the Squid Cicada still. They don't need to keep carrying it, but they seem like they want it going up chimney.
Yeah, makes sense. A lot faster on those vertical sessions. Lizards shouldn't be able to catch up to him. But I would be careful taking the squid over there because this is the squid that gets tired fast. So it might just suddenly abandon you into one of the jumps. Orad is also going to Shaded right now. They might be going for a visit to Memory Crypts. Oh, they're stopping in the shelter. Wonder if we're gonna see any more progress for Team White during this cycle. I didn't catch it.
It's like White Paws in the bottom left is having some trouble jumping up with the leech on them. Okay, they got it finally. Vulture was slowly getting closer that whole time. They're probably going to go for the Scavenger Merchant kill here.
Yes, always go for the Scavenger Merchant kill.
The Scavenger Merchant's always going to be a bit pacified at first. They also, this helps towards the kill 5 Scavengers as well, so we'll see what happens there. It's like Finadai fed the lizard, their Squid Cicada there. Probably worked out for the best at this point.
Finadai's going up the wall probably, or they might take a detour to Underhang and try to get the Enter Pebbles from Underhang. Block that diagonal from Team Red. Still haven't seen a block from Team White on that 4th column, and we know that's a very dangerous column, so wonder how they're gonna go about that, if they are going to go about that.
I haven't been looking at it, but none of the teams are remotely close to visit depths, of course. But
yeah.
Which team gets sleep in 5 regions could be a big thing.
I haven't seen any efforts towards doubling as well, so that's interesting. Also, I don't know, I mean, yes, Miss Shemi, I hope I pronounced that right. Also noticed that we're getting audio from Finadai now. Rack being lit up by their what's the name of the yellow thing? Iggy.
Oh, Iggy, yeah. So only a monk feature where Iggy will do an outline of everything around them.
Yeah. I only found that out like last bingo when someone visited Shaded.
Who needs light when you can just pull up the map repeatedly?
Yeah, it's obviously faster. Hunter player moment, yeah, a bit. Finadai sleeping on the exterior. White Paul saves that Scav merchant kill. And now going back to industrial. Wonder where they're gonna head off next.
Either I didn't notice them use it, or they're just not using their passage, that being White Paws in this case.
I think they just rested somewhere near the, how do you say, the entrance of garbage.
Yeah.
Also, somebody ate a Senti, and we both missed that.
Okay, I guess Elred did eat one, unless I didn't notice it, because they're the only one that was ever even remotely near it.
And they're already crossing towards the memory crypts, so might be going for the middle line, middle row. Rack is also towards memory crypts, I think. I'll be honest that I'm not the best one knowing how Shaded is organized.
Well, right now, Red's got a really good diagonal going from top left to bottom right here, where honestly, I think the white team probably can't even stop them at this point. Just because if Finadai really gets this enter pebbles from underhang, it'll just be easier for them from this point on. Although we'll see, Wreck can still stop them with memory crypts. They're about to get it, so
Yes.
I guess it's really not going to be a problem. If Wreck wasn't there, though, that would have been a really bad thing for them, because there would have been no way for them to stop getting meat pebbles, because they would have had meat pebbles from underhang and memory crypts.
Wait, Finadai slept where? Weren't they in underhang? Is this an underhang shelter? No, it's the exterior shelter.
I think they went back.
Huh.
Either that or they died on that section and I just missed it. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, they died on trying to get the back way to Moon. Oh, they jump straight off the edge. They're still going for it. They'll notice when Wreck gets the middle square. Yes.
Interesting now, so... Ooh, the middle square. So enter pebbles from underhang is probably gonna block that one. So I don't know if they want to commit probably to the third column right now. Team Red, I mean.
Keep getting them mixed up. From Elred and White Paws, I was thinking the other way around.
Yeah.
But if Finadai can still get two pebbles from underhang, this will be really good. They got a really good EI hop to actually get to it. They need the spear to jump there. And then you just kind of gotta hope there's a grapple bug here. But they made it past the hard, annoying part. There's no grapple bug.
Oh, no grapple.
They can still make it across this room, and there'll always be one on the other side.
I don't think making across this room is very trivial, though. So let's see how that works out.
And then Rex going through memory crypts, it looks like.
They're walking back right now. What are they? I mean, I assume from this point, this is probably the fastest path to enter pebbles from underhang and meet pebbles.
Suppose so. White Paw's is the only one not trying to do pebble stuff.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna try to go for the third column.
Okay.
Finadai
Didn't work out.
fell, but that's a tough route. That can happen sometimes.
I'm not sure how much they've done of that area, because it's very limiting on how many throwables you need to actually go through it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's not complete. They have a vast lead, I would say, right now. well, not as vast, but compared to Rack, which is also going that way, they might be able to go back to Chimney and get a grapple bug.
I don't think it would be worth it at this point, because if they can get it on just this next one or any future one, it's still they wouldn't be able to work on any other squares other than this one right now. And if they got this one, it would stop red team
Yeah.
entirely with what their plan is. And it
Mm-hmm.
seems like White Paws might be going around to Pebbles or just doing their own thing to go to the other squares. At this point, White Paws is just doing anything else. And being
Mm-hmm.
anywhere
That's
else
valid. That's
helps a
valid.
lot.
Elrad currently in front of Shoreline, I think. Or is this a Shoreline rest? I'm not sure. Let's see. Coming out of the shelter right now. In front of Shoreline. There are still rows and columns that can be done by Team White. They're not on full blocking mode yet. I assume, I remember Elrad got the Hazer, I think, so they'll probably put the live Hazer in the Monk Shelter. Since
This
they're already in
point,
Shoreline.
At this point, there's so much that red is blocked as it is, just with the perfect placement of the squares they've gotten.
Yeah. Blocking
There's
everything
a
but
lot of pressure on white team right now.
Mm-hmm. Dinadai struggling a bit to get out of to get into Underhang, I guess is the
Yeah, they're putting a rock in their stomach, which should probably be for the best here.
yep.
Because unless you can do an EI hop in the first bit, and if you do that correctly, you just need the one spear. Elred actually was starving there. It seems like they might be trying to double
Oh, doubling
shoreline,
shoreline,
which would be
getting
a good
the
one.
popcorn.
There's a few locations where it's really easy to double areas. Like drainage is a good one if you go all the way through from outskirts, starve at it, and then just go into subterranean after. And then you almost have full food immediately right there.
Mm-hmm. And doubling things is rather reasonable with monks since you only need to eat 5 food.
Okay, Wreck is just getting into the leg, so it's a little bit more pressure if I'm to die.
Oh, Finadai finally
And it's still a
making the
hard
last jump.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Because that last one, if you go a little bit too low, you're underneath it. And I don't think you can get back up, at least not easily. But now they have the grapple, so hopefully nothing bad will happen.
Yes.
But
Grapples
even
are
with the
very
grapple,
consistent.
yeah.
No!
Oh my
Whoa!
goodness.
No!
They can
That's
still get up.
yeah, they clearly can, but it's gonna take a bit. They mustn't rush it. Rack is catching up though. They don't have that information, but it's probably nagging in the back of their minds right now.
They, that was not how you have to get up there. They could still have made it though.
A lot of pressure right now on Finadai. Rack has definitely caught up, and they're rushing for the diagonal.
At this point, this will probably be the last attempt Funadai has to actually make it there.
Yeah.
Before a wreck gets there, unless something happens to wreck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna come down to this for the most part.
White Balls might be going to meet Babbles right now through the easier path.
They could also set up C2 echoes at this point too, really. I forget who had the hazer in their stomach. Was it all red or?
I think it was Outran.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah, this is very close right now. Very dangerous.
Because if Funadai gets the square, White actually has a good chance to do the bottom row here.
Mm-hmm.
Funadai got back fairly well into the harder area with the grapple. They still need to cross this room.
Elrad has just... Oops. They did a little falling over there, but they are very close to the monk shelter, so... That's the square they're getting right now. Wow, that was a dangerous job by Finadai, but things are working out.
Okay. Now they got the grapple again. Then Elred's getting the hazer into the monk shelter here. And that'll count for them. Wreck is halfway up the leg now.
It's a very dangerous path, so they're about the same plate. I'd say they're about the same distance as Finadai from going to Pebbles. Oh. So Red just got the hazer into the monk shelter.
Yes.
And they got one region double spawn. I wonder what they're gonna do next. They might try to double spawn sub.
I have a feeling they're gonna go to moon while they still can, and then potentially sub would work out because it's a popcorn there.
Yeah.
Finadai is still the one to look at here. Wreck 2 a little bit, although it's going to be significantly easier for them. Finadai's almost there, but if anything messes them up, they really can't stop red team. I guess is the problem here.
Yeah, there's a lot on Finadai's balls right now.
They can go to the right, but they can also go up to get where they need to go. Oh yeah, never mind, it was just up.
Yeah. Now they have to cross the yellow lizard room right now.
Well, it's just right here, and then they'll be up above, and there could be a white lizard in their way. I don't think they have enough karma to get into Pebbles' region, though, is their problem right now. So they're just taking extra food with them so they can rest in this last shelter. So this is going to be a little awkward to see how this goes. So they only need... Actually, no, they have the one food in their hand, so they can rest here twice, and they can immediately go for it.
Oh boy, this is really close.
Rex just getting to the underhang section, so it's going to be a little ways away, but Finadai can't really do anything right now, except wait.
Oh wow, Rek got a nice skip with a grapple worm over there.
Except
but there's a big daddy long legs in their way. Also, just hello to everybody who just tuned in, Random Fandom and Candy May, hello. Thanks for coming up to our stream. Finadai taking their second rest? Wait, I missed something.
Yeah, they went awkwardly far away for some reason. They just needed to exit and then enter back in.
Yes.
And Alred's going for Moon right now, while White Paws is probably trying to end by meeting Pebbles, although they can also get Echo while they're here, once they notice it doesn't matter to meet Pebbles.
I mean, since they don't have access to each other's streams, they will only notice that if Finadai gets the thing first.
Yes. Rek's still pretty close.
Yeah, Rek is zooming towards Pebbles right now with that grapple worm.
I forget where the white lizard is. I don't know if there really is one for Monk in this area where Finadai is. I
know oranges.
I know white lizards can be in this last corridor they're in right now.
Let's see if we get him.
See it because they face their. Okay, he should not get food. Yeah, he should get food. Never mind.
Yeah, they need to rest in their shelter.
Because there is no food in Pebbles except for the neurons, which you have to awkwardly get.
Let's see if we have a right here.
In the same room now, but Finadai is just ahead enough.
Holy!
So that worked out perfectly for White, except they're still gonna be. Well, I guess Elred's been working on a lot of other stuff during this time because they're getting meet Moon now too. So that sets them up for both the 5th column and the 5th row. So now Red's gonna be under pressure here.
So White... Oh, wait. Moon? Um,
Ooh,
somebody's gonna have to feed deer, apparently. That's a recipe for success.
as long as they come from Sky Islands to feed them. If you try to feed them anywhere else, you're probably not going to get enough fast enough.
Yeah. The first column is probably the weirdest thing right now because it doesn't have anything on it yet. So it's pretty much free territory, but somebody's gonna meet Pebbles real soon.
White Paws is going through the wall without any throwables here. Have to do with the white lizards.
Oh,
This
this
could be
is
interesting.
complicated for Rek because Finodai just got the Enter Pebbles from under Hank and they're reaching the shelter in
Yes,
about
it
5
was
seconds.
literally at the worst moment that could happen, but also they get the passage out right then.
Yeah, that's good. That's cool. That's true.
I think
Oh,
Rex
they just
they
went away
just
from the.
saw it as they went in the square, in the shelter. I guess they're gonna passage here. They could just
Yeah.
die then go back, but I feel like that doesn't work either.
Hmm. Yeah, Finodai also passaged out, so I wonder where they're going. Probably trying to complete the bottom line, I would
Like
assume.
it's like Elred got sleep in 5 regions as well. It's a little hard to read it, but it's the fourth column, first row.
Hmm. Oh, interesting. Yeah. White Paws
Makes
doing
sense.
a jump over there that he doesn't need to if he doesn't want to. But
Mhm.
wow, we got a transition going for some reason.
Accidentally having transition, but don't worry about it.
Yes. Yeah, Rek got completely stolered over there.
Right now, Rex thinking about where he wants to passage. He's still thinking going to outskirts, going somewhere else. At this point for red, they either go for the first column that no one's ever gone any squares in so far, or they go for a second row. If they went straight to depths right now, it actually could do something with that.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. So
However, the amount of squares that white's getting on the fifth column is now
a
becoming a bit
bit
worrying.
dangerous, yes. Rek just came back to outskirts, so I assume they're going farms to block the feed deer or get friend maybe?
Kind of interesting. Find a die passaged over to the wall to go back in the chimney. This blue lizard is not moving. Very cool.
Mhm. So White Paws probably meets Babos here in
You
passages.
gotta touch the lizard. There you go.
We're
I
gonna
would
switch audio.
assume. I would assume Rek is gonna go for feet 3 deer here. He's the closest to it. That would block their fifth column.
Yeah. Uh, the start, Red got uh, the early 4 squares, but they've been stuck on these 4 squares for a while, and White has been catching up.
Red really took control of the middle very quickly, but now White has completely surrounded them.
Yeah.
It is really just that it might end up being most squares here,
Mm-hmm. I mean,
as Rek is probably getting feed 3 deer, and
yeah.
then I'm not sure. Oh, they also get pay and pass a toll as
Yeah,
well.
it's shaping up for a weird reversal now if they actually get to. Because they block them with feeding the deer, they block them in passing a toll, and they start their progress with both meeting pebbles and passing a toll on the first column. So, still anyone's game by a very intense margin.
So now, so we're gonna assume that's gonna come down to which team gets 13 squares first. So now, which squares would be the hardest to get? Elred still has one double spawned region.
Mhm.
I think the enter chimney from Sky Islands is gonna again be the one that we just don't see.
Yeah, possibly. Enter garbage from drainage is also not allowed for anyone right now, I think. Maybe Finadai?
Depends who hasn't entered garbage.
Yeah, I think only
Um,
Finadai hasn't entered garbage. Maybe Rack went to
yeah, I
Shaded.
don't think Rek did either. I know White Paws did. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think. Elred did. I'm forgetting which region Elred went through. They went through
Yeah,
Shaded, I'm pretty sure, so they didn't.
yeah, I think they went through Shaded, so that is also possible. Q5 Scavs also not too tough. Uh, could be happening. And Elrad has the double spawn 2 regions in its pocket, like in his pocket, their pocket.
Benedi's first to get an Echo here. I'm not sure if they're gonna go for Scion's Echo or they go for the Wall Echo
They're pretty
for their
close to
second
both.
one.
Oof, Elrad just got a big Leviathan bite.
Well, they're
So,
gonna be able to passage. They probably don't want to be anywhere near shoreline right now.
mhm. And also Rack apparently died, probably in the scav, so dangerous place to be at, honestly.
Fortunate. They really need that pay and pass the scav toll, although they can't really be contested for it, depending on where Elred goes at least.
So get back to outskirts to Farmery? They have a Farmery's Fest?
I think that's just a leftover from Hunter existing.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, White Paws is probably gonna do Pebbles. But
White Paws has slowly been working on Pebbles. It's been taking a while. They got really caught up with the White Lizards early on.
mhm. I wonder who got which lizard species so far. Haven't been checking that out,
I
but it's
haven't really
also
noticed anyone kill anything, really.
yeah,
Say
speedrun
that as
moment.
Finna kills a purple lizard.
Hmm. And in Sky Islands of all places. Oh, and a Votarb. Bit of an unpleasant vulture, but it might just take the lizard and leave. This is Monk.
Right? It works
Yep,
out.
doing exactly that.
The
Elrad
thing
is going somewhere? Question mark? Not sure exactly what is their plan right now. I
might be going back to Shaded. They could be going. Well, they're not going to Garbage. They
yeah.
only really go to Shaded or Chimney. Also, the thing about White Paws being in Pebbles is that they have to. They have to wait through the whole sequence. They can't just quit out.
Oh,
So they're kind of stuck doing nothing for a really long time.
that could be a problem. If only they had a grapple worm to leave here. Rack is trying to pay the toll again, since scavs are very friendly and consistent and helpful. But there is a green lizard there, which could be a problem. And a pink lizard, and all the lizards are sharing the toll space with Rack right now.
The one thing to note is that the square for killing scavs is 5 scavs, and that there are only 4 scavs in outskirts. That was very much intentional on that point.
Yes. Elrad might be going for a friend? Or they might just be... I think an interesting mentality you can have is after you got enough squares, you just think, oh, the other team's just gonna try to block, so I don't need to actually go and try to complete a bingo. I just need to get squares that makes the other team go to uncomfortable squares and hard to get squares. And White might be doing that. The White team, not White Balls. White Balls is just leaving Pebbles after a long, friendly, and cozy talk. Red team's gonna get 2 squares in 1 column now. Yes. As soon as White Ball rests.
Inadai just went to Comms Array, though. And so they're going to get that other square in the first column as well.
Oh,
So
interesting.
it's kind of been going back and forth on blocking and getting a lot of progress on any given row, column, or diagonal.
Yeah, we're most likely seeing a lockout here.
Like Elred killed a blue lizard. Still only seen 1 kill per lizard so far.
Mm-hmm. So, at this point, if Red Team gets something on the last column, it's a lockout. Then they're just racing for more objectives.
Red can technically also get the second row, but
Oh, the second
um,
row, yeah, that's true. Oh,
right now it just kind of looks like Rek's gonna get feed deer, although that
mm-hmm.
could go anyway because they're kind of coming from a bad angle. If Finidai
Yeah,
comes from Sky Islands, it'd be a lot easier for them to feed deer. We'll see.
yeah. I
White
mean,
Paws should just passage out. Guess they're not. Oh, they could get echoes, but not sure.
mhm. If uh Finadai already entered Sky Islands, so they can't enter Chimney from Sky Islands. And they can't
Yeah,
enter
well,
Chimney.
they came from Chimney, yeah.
Yeah. So Rack can do that, right? I don't think Rack entered Chimney.
I think Rek is doing that. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah. They do have to feed the deer though. Also, there's a sneaky pole plant in that room. Nobody ever interacts with it. It's a very lonely pole plant.
It's all their mushrooms they can't protect. So I forget how many puffs there are in here. I guess it looks like there's only 3, which probably won't
Yeah.
be great.
Mm-hmm. Because
I'm
they
not
do need to
sure.
call up on the
Finidai's
deer.
in a really weird spot in the top right now.
Huh.
They're in this little island off to the side, and there's a lizard there. Okay, worked out. That's kind
Oh,
of
they went
weird.
there to grab a bad fly, I guess.
I don't think I've ever been on that little island on the left before.
Possible, same. Probably gonna do an extended hop here.
White Paws did decide to passage, and now they're in industrial. They also have full karma, so dying isn't going to matter to them.
Oh, huge jump from Finnaday.
Okay, Rek's going to be able to feed deer now. Except there's only one here right now. They have to actually eat it, is the thing.
Oh, we're getting deer behavior right now.
Okay. That
Okay.
one worked out, actually.
Nice munchies.
That's
Oh,
one.
Red is resting in a shelter right now. Which shelter is that? Is that industrial?
The other industrial one, yes.
Hmm.
And then Finidai is setting up their second echo here.
Also, Elrad has double spawned a shoreline, so if they double spawn another region. Oh, Elrad got feed blue to green, so that's what they did in industrial.
I'm not sure if they're going for friend at any time, though. They couldn't really get that green out of their pit, is I guess the one problem.
Rack going towards another deer, I assume. While White Boss is munching some karma flowers and running around in industrial. Not sure what they're going for right now. Still in a very dangerous spot for Team Red. If Rek is unable to get the deer. Finadai got some Dragon's Lair pips, I think.
Rek just needs to cross this one pit, is the one thing. I think that'll be fine.
Yep. Is that the second or third deer he fed?
I don't know if they fed a second deer. So this is, I would say, the second deer. They just need to get across this pit, and there'll be a bunch of puffballs there. And then they can come back and feed as many deer as they want. Or they could just go to sub at this point, and then feed the one on the way to sub.
What can they get at sub though? Q's calves?
They can go get
depths. Yeah. Also getting the friend 100% style.
I forget what's there for monk. I would assume you could also get friend there, yeah. I know you can't as hunter because it's not the same set. White Paws is getting a lot of lizards on. Okay, now they got bitten by the green lizard.
Dangerous.
They might be going for friend. I'm not sure what else they're doing there.
Finadai just saw 2 echoes. They got, I'm not sure, Sky Islands 1 and Chimney 1. They're hopping around happily in their shelter due to their newfound Elrad is playing in the pipes, I think. Ooh, interesting.
White now has... Sounded like they took the pole plant they learned, but white now has 10 squares, while red only has 6 here. Yeah, this is the one problem that's showing up now.
Yeah,
A
dangerous
lot of
spot for red.
the really harder squares have already been taken. I think White Paws needs to do garbage from drainage at this point.
Possibly.
And then Rec just goes for friend. It seems like White Paws is going for friend, and I don't know why. They might be going for kill lizards, which here is pretty good if they throw the rock first, that is. But
yeah,
that's
I mean, I
unfortunate.
tried to stab the pinks over there, but it was turning around. Wait, is there an egg bug there? No, I don't think so. I don't think Monk has egg bugs there.
There's actually
White
more
Paws?
egg bugs. That could have wandered.
Oh,
Finidai
let's see.
has Saint here as well.
So Rec just fed the deer. So they're blocking that column. Well, Finidai is passaging. Oh, they got Saint. That's what you mentioned. Yes.
Yep. They went back to outskirts, so they're probably doing enter garbage from drainage. Rec just needs to rest here. They're probably just eating centipedes. White Paw is still trying to kill things. I'm not sure what's going on there, though.
White Paws just did a quit and they're probably changing strategy right now because Elrad is already into drainage. Probably going to enter garbage.
I could be going for depths instead, but I wouldn't imagine.
They could be going for the depths and double spawn that Aira? No, Siruf went for in the fast bingo, the round 2 bingo. That's a really nice strat.
I'm gonna have to see what Rec does here. Rec could also go back up to do enter chimney from Scions. No one's really gonna do that, but they kind of need to block squares that the other team can get. Finidai, when they killed this green, that's gonna be their second lizard, I believe. They might have killed a blue, I'm not sure. That might be 3. Okay. Sounds like it's actually gonna be their 4th lizard. They must have gotten a white lizard at some point that I didn't notice. So they're going to be getting all the lizards, and that's an 11th square. Elred is going to subterranean here.
Yep.
I mean, they're probably going to finish
like
up double spawns, and then they're going to be racing Rec for visit depths, which I'm not sure who would get there faster at this point. Actually, Rec's going back.
Yeah, I don't think Rec is going for that.
Subterranean. If he's going this way, he's not going for subterranean. I don't know why he would go this way, unless he's going for kill 5 scavs, which I still don't think is this way.
Oh, White Paws just got a very unlucky insta-kill buy. So doing the lizards has not been working out well for them.
And then they just got the kill lizard square, so it's not going to be worth them.
Yeah. White Paws probably needs to change their priorities right now. Ooh, Elrad got a death in drainage? They drowned. They must have drowned.
That's going to send him back pretty far then.
That's rough. I wonder if White Paws goes to drainage now then.
I'm really confused what Rec is doing here, because you can get Hunter fairly easy if you go farm array, subterranean, both sides of it. Just from the baby centipedes.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like they're thinking about the scav toll, but I don't see
yeah, they
the
might be
best way
killing
to
scavs
up there.
I mean, if they were going to Sky Islands, they would have gone the other way, right? Also, the deer is misbehaving, as deer do. Is Finidai just standing still, or is our video lagging a bit? The video is lagging.
It's just fatting. Yep. Don't worry about it right now. Seems like White Paws is now going for He could go for kill 5 scavs, but going to drainage.
Yeah, probably going to drainage. I
White
wonder if
Paws is the
it's...
one that got the scav merchant kills, so they could just kill the 4 at the toll to get the 5 kills.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Except, well, they're not going there anymore.
Nope. There are
Interesting
scavs in
thing,
drainage though, if they're going
no,
towards
there
the...
is not. So
No?
because there's only 2 for monk, they're so shy that neither of them will appear. There has to be 3,
Oh, they
otherwise
need to
groups
move in a
won't
pack.
form. Yes.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
there are no scavengers in drainage.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Elrad going again towards depths? Towards subterranean, I assume? Oh wow, dodge that Axo really nicely.
I'm really interested to see what Rek's doing. I don't understand the direction they're going at all. They have the chance to get Hunter Passage, enter Chimney from Sky Islands, and visit depths if they go the other way.
They might
And
be going
Friend.
back to outskirts?
What it kind of seems like. Or they're just going the long way to get the scav kills, which I guess that would make sense, because it's not consistent going any other way.
Yeah.
They must really care about those scav kills, apparently.
White Paws going
Yeah,
into
looks like that's where
drainage
they're
right
going.
now.
It'd take a real long time to get there, though. I feel like you should
Wait,
have just went
is
to...
Finodai getting friend, or did the lizard just...
Looks like
I think
Finodai's
Finodai's
getting
getting
friend here. This
Yeah.
is the outskirts one. This lizard can't leave that area either once it's down there. So it works really
Yeah.
well.
Probably just gonna eat a few fruit or bat flies and just...
The thing about this place, though, is we can't karma cache, so friend isn't as easy as we want it to be.
It will take some time. I wonder if... Wait, what is Rek doing? Oh, they got a burrow for the toll?
Okay, they're going back to outskirts. So maybe they are doing garbage from drainage.
Wait,
Like,
Elrad just double spawn drainage.
okay. They must think they can fix their starve here instead of going all the way there. They must not be okay with going all the way to subterranean.
Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty safe to go to sub. They fixed their starve. If they raz here, they just got the double spawn to regions. That's a lot of squares.
I guess it
It's
worked
just
out.
not dying to the axolotl right there. That's all that matters right now. Ah, that was kind of close. Finodai hunting for some food, getting the friend. Wreck. Wreck is in between.
Surrounded by green lizards. They could probably just jump over them.
Yeah, it's Monk. Green lizards don't care.
Well, you need to not do it when they're charging. Alright, that's fine.
Just pop that popcorn.
Destroy.
White Paws doing the... Whoa, they fell a bit too far, but everything's alright. They're probably gonna get depths before Elrad. Yes.
Well, that's 12 squares for white right now. So they only need one more square, which is going to be friend here in just a moment.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
So Affinity just needs to rest one more time. I don't think... So unless red somehow gets friend before them, they literally can't stop them.
Yeah, and they don't have that information, so they're probably not going for friend right now. And even if they did, they have to do it really fast.
And they've got this batfly set up here that was still there. Nice. I didn't see what Rek was doing, but it seemed like they were fighting scavengers.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
I
still scavenger
think so.
stuff, so never mind.
There's a great lizard pile in Rek's way over there. Father is here. Hello, Father.
think this is it with Finadai resting here.
Possibly.
They have bat
Now
flies in
Red
their
is trying
hand.
not to fall into the leeches. They did it successfully.
Well, I gotta see the karma wheel here before we can tell.
And is this the end of the fourth round? Finadai with the friend? Is this the first time we've gotten friend?
It was not a starve. No, they were holding two bat flies. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that is a win for white there. I couldn't
Very intense
tell
game.
what things they were holding on the last part, but they had enough food to actually be able to stay there. They could have held one bat fly to actually be able to stay there and rest. Is a
Interesting.
secret thing that people don't really know. But yes, congratulations to White here. Finadine and El Red worked out really well to just entirely surround Red. Red seemed to really be going for that top left to bottom right diagonal.
And they were really close to. Finadai had some slip-ups trying to block the Enter Pebbles from underhang, but managed to clutch it out in the end. It was very nice. And also Red had a really um dominating start, I guess. It's a very, very, I don't know, intense and disputed match.
Let me check the setup here. So White team here is going to be facing Orange team in the semifinals here. They're going to be playing as Survivor in the next board. We're going to be showing the next board sometime this weekend, as early next week.
Mm-hmm.
And so Orange team being some Dingus and Knights. The other team face off with Survivor in the second stage is going to be Blue versus Green, which is Nanofair and Era, and Raccoon and Cyrillith.
Mm-hmm. Nice,
Will
nice.
be very interesting. We'll be telling everyone when the next races are as it happens, but we're going to be trying to be having it the weekend of the 7th, both of the next races. And then the last race as Hunter will be the weekend of the 14th.
Nice.
A
Uh,
very good job by all the runners here. Red team had a really good plan to begin with, but it got blocked by Benedai actually being able to go through the corner of the wall and the underhang, which is a very hard area.
yeah, very tricky path most people don't even know about, but which is interesting because that's mostly a hunter strat, because in hunter you get a free grapple worm, and Finadai just went it for the hard way and it worked out, so that was really awesome.
All right. So, yes, thank you all for watching, everyone. We will let you all know when the next races are, and we'll be showing off the board this weekend, as we said. And I've been Ice 37,
Yep, I'm M, or A and B, however you prefer.
and we will see you guys on the later races for the
Yep,
bingo.
next year. Happy holidays for everyone.